You know, I was trying to think about that. I think it's been like 7 or 8 years. So I had actually met Peng at Northwestern Health Science University. He had a table there. I was a vendor at the acupuncture symposium, but he was also a vendor, and he had a table, and there was nothing on the table. And he just had this sheet of paper that had a body outline on it, and I sat down at the table. He didn't say anything, and he just ticked off problem areas. And when he showed it to me, I was absolutely floored at how he had picked up on pain that I had had for years without asking me a single question. I was blown away. Peng has a very different style, and I've seen a few acupuncturists, so I know that each acupuncturist is unique and has their own style of how they run a session. And I was always intrigued when I'd come to see Peng, where sometimes he wouldn't really even ask me questions. He'd just be like, you have a headache today, and you have this going on. I'd be like, yes. And that was completely different from other acupuncturists I've seen, where they would take sometimes 15 to 20 minutes of the session just asking me a series of questions to figure out what they should work on. And I so much appreciated that I could come in to see Peng and not have to spend 20 minutes of the session going through, well, I'm not sleeping, or this, because he has such a gift and that intuitive piece that he brings into the session that I think just makes it that much more powerful. It kind of varies on the sensation, I think, depending on a number of things. How well I have been taking care of myself between sessions, what I've been eating. But I noticed that after I started taking the QIGONG class, during my acupuncture sessions, I felt so much more, almost like being in a meditative state, and just really feeling the energy flowing, from point to point of where there might be needles. That is very cool. I've continued to work on myself. I've been on this health journey, and the reason that I actually started acupuncture 15 years ago was due to having chronic sinus infections. And I know that at that point, the other acupuncturist I was seeing, it blew my mind that she wanted to know all about the other areas of my life. Whereas when I kept going to the doctor for my sinus problems, I even asked him, should I change my diet? And he said no. And I know that that's a huge piece of my health. And I think that seeing Peng for acupuncture and learning Qigong, that it really has brought more things full circle for me. I have a master's in holistic health, so I have a very, very broad and deep understanding of all different kinds of healing modalities, but I think that the component that Peng has brought is it helps me tie it all together. I think that he brings his intuitiveness to his practice, and that is a gift, definitely, and really helps, because sometimes I will see him and he picks up on things that I'm not really even aware of that are happening within. I think he also has a very gentle nature about him and willingness to listen, and I think those are very important pieces in a healer. Well, I tell all of my friends about my amazing acupuncturist and how that he truly has a gift. Yeah, he just really has a gift in a way of helping people along their healing journey.